in the area of human resources and employment law, and the opportunities available across all campuses in ATU location. I should actually mention here that all our programmes are CIPD accredited. But before we get started, I'll just mention some housekeeping. The session will be recorded, but attendees will not be visible. Our talk will last approximately 30 minutes. We're not taking any questions live within the talk. However, if you want to head to the Q&A section of our virtual open evening platform, you can submit any questions there and our team will get back to you. So firstly, we'll go to you, Rosemary. You lecture on the Diploma in Human Resources and Employment Law in ATU Donegal. So can you tell us a little bit about the course and the subjects that are covered?
Thank you very much, Margaret. I will indeed. As you said, it's a diploma, which means it's a level 7 diploma in human resources and employment law. It is CIPD accredited, which means that stands for the Chartered Institute of Personal Development, which is a global organisation that our students can avail of resources within it. The subjects that will be covered are recruitment and selection, human resource management itself, employment legislation and policies, employment law for the employee and the employer, employment relations in regards to negotiations and conflict resolution. And our last module is a lovely module on employee well-being that I think we all deserve.
We do indeed. And well-being is actually the topic at the moment and the trend, so that's very applicable. And how do students actually learn on the course?
Well, this course is 100% online. It will be over 1 year, starting approximately the end of September and finishing about the middle of June. It's 2 modules per semester, possibly in at the evening times of maybe a Tuesday or a Wednesday evening. So it's suitable for flexible for all our students. The classes will be recorded. There will be breaks for Christmas and Easter just to tie in with the academic year. And again, it's over a 13-week period, so we call it semesterization within the ATU. So that's how they work at the moment. That's how they're going to learn.
Brilliant. And can you tell me who this course is actually suitable for?
This course is suitable for private and public sector workers seeking maybe to upskill or retrain and keep ahead of the legal and contemporary issues within this frequently changing subject. Again, it can be suitable for middle or senior management that may want to update their skills on new legislation or new recruitment or selection and AI policies that might be coming in over the next decade. Again, it's suitable that for anybody that may wish to maybe change their careers and go into managing people or to look at this human resource as a new career path.
Brilliant. And so regarding the opportunities, would there be many opportunities and what kind of opportunities would be out there for graduates?
Plenty of opportunities in this area because every organisation have people involved in it and they need to be managed, especially since COVID and people are becoming more flexible. They need to be able to manage people not just face-to-face but also online. So this particular course would be suitable for graduates that may want to go into that particular area. Also, because it's a level 7 and you'll be hearing from my colleagues in Sligo and Castlebar later on, they also have the opportunity maybe to progress onto a level 8 or even onto the master's programme within it. So there's a progressional youth here within ATU that they can use as well and utilise.
And that's so important for everybody to know that we have from level 6, 7, 8 and 9 on the progression route for the programmes. And just regarding the assessment, because some people might be thinking, oh, it could be exams, there could be a lot of assessment. How is the coursework assessed?
The good news is it's 100% continuous assessment.
Brilliant.
And what that means is that there is no exams per se. What we have tried to do within this programme is look at the practicality of adapting the theory to real life situations. So there's case studies, there's group work, we'll have role plays in regards to maybe acting out a grievance procedure or getting prepared for the WRC. There's online quizzes, there's reports maybe on the new legislation that's coming through so that they're familiar with all of that. And again, individual case studies as well, that they may be able to adapt and apply to their own places of work.
Brilliant. And we touched on both was the CIPD accreditation. So what does it actually mean for the individual to be CIPD accredited?
Well, it's a professional accreditation that has a global, I suppose, presence within human resource management. They have great access to different podcasts, updates on new legislation, updates on new trends and challenges. They also are part of a massive community where they can collaborate and communicate with other people that may have similar issues or similar policies that they want to update. And it's a great opportunity being a CIPD accredited member, because the world is your oyster in regards to human resources. It definitely does help things. It definitely does help things. The other thing, Margaret, just to give the opportunity as well within this, from a funding perspective on this particular programme, there's a payment plan that's also available for their companies or for individuals as well, if they wish to avail of it as well on this course.
And that's brilliant. And that goes across the board for our ATU programmes, the payment plans as well. That's great, Rosemary. Thank you so much for that insight.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're very welcome. And next up, we have Michael Gill from ATU Mayo. Now, Michael, there's a wealth of HR and management courses at ATU and in Mayo campus, which is quite a lot to offer in regards to certificate levels as well. I believe you have the certificate in supervisory management, and even within that, you have the cert in law and HR and the cert in financial and economic environment. But recently, we've launched, I think, is the new Level 8 Honours HRM course that's currently open for application this September. So just regarding this course, Michael, the new Level 8 Honours, what are the entry requirements for people seeking to come on board?
Hello, Margaret. Thanks for having me here this afternoon. Great to talk to you all. The entry requirements in relation to this new Level 8 part-time programme in Human Resource Management depends upon the year at which you're actually entering. So if I was to start, say, with year 1 for entry onto the programme, obviously there's the Leaving Cert entry requirements and 2 years broad experience. If you're coming in at year 2, you have to have the 60 credits of a cognate programme and 2 years broad work experience. If you're coming in at year 3, you have to have a higher certificate and 2 years broad broad work experience. And if you're coming in at year 4, you have to have a level 7 and 2 years broad work experience. So you can see from what I say, there's numerous ways actually into the program at different levels. Our experience is that we're admitting quite a significant number into 3rd year and 4th year, and these 2 years are mapped to the professional map within the CIPD.
That's brilliant. It's great to hear there's so many different routes, because not one plan suits all. So it's great that we can accommodate the different variables there. And just in relation to this programme, this Honours Level 8 programme in HRM, how could this type of a programme in Level 8 actually advance your career, Michael?
As what we're finding is there's a lot of people that are in industry and are seeking to get a nationally recognised qualification and continue working in industry or in the public sector. So what a lot of individuals do is they look at what they already have, take into consideration their experience, and they look at moving to the next level on the national framework of qualifications. So once they enter the programme at the appropriate level and then they move to the next level, it actually opens up a lot of opportunities. And the fact that it's part-time means that they can continue working and at the same time continue studying with us and get their qualification, Margaret.
And that's key to this part-time, so it's very applicable to people working in the industry. And I suppose the learning process of the educational pedagogy deployed here, how can people expect to learn on the course, Michael?
Again, when we were designing this program, we were very conscious that it was aimed at the work environment. So from that perspective, a lot of the teaching and learning that we apply in this program is very much orientated to people that are working in industry. So when we're actually delivering the content, it's very focused on what's happening in the real world. So individuals can relate it back to their work experiences, and then they get exposure to the different learning theories and conceptual frameworks that underpin what they're actually doing in work. So whilst it may be difficult to deal with those when you don't have something to associate it with, once you do have the broad work experience, it really helps the learners actually understand what they're learning, the conceptual frameworks and the theories behind which they're actually, the theories behind the work that they're actually doing.
Brilliant. So when it comes to part-time study, like, how would you explain the part-time study? How would it work? for people out there?
Just in terms of this program, again, we're very conscious of the commitments that people have when they're working, family life, other commitments. So when we designed this program, we designed in such a way that it's blended. So there's a certain amount on site and there's a certain amount online. In terms of the on-site, it actually takes place once a month on a Thursday and Friday, and then each semester. So every Thursday and Friday, once a month, students actually attend the campus for on-site lectures and on-site classes. And then this is supplemented with online engagement that takes place during the week. And the vast majority of that is asynchronous online engagement. So students can then select a time that actually suits them to actually engage online. So again, we're trying to cater for the individuals that have work commitments and also are caught up with other commitments, and giving them the scope to actually mold the course so it actually fits them. Now, what we do require is that they attend once a month for a Thursday and Friday. And that's really important because it's a little bit different to a fully online program. We find that attendance on the Thursday and Friday, where they connect with the lecturers, can be great from a motivational aspect, and also taking people to the successful conclusion of their program. We also have slotted into that program 2 residential weekends, which are very good too. So we actually go away to a hotel for a Friday, Saturday and Sunday to actually to deliver classes and bring in a significant number of guest speakers, so the students also get exposure to experts that are currently working in the industry.
Brilliant, Michael. And those residentials, those 2 residentials you mentioned at the hotel, are they in Castlebar, the Mayo campus?
The residential weekends, for a number of years, we've gone to Westport. In the last year, we were in Kelchma. So again, we look at different venues, we look at availability, we look for value for money, we follow the tendering process, and we pick a hotel that works for them.
Excellent. And just regarding the progression routes, because it is a level 8, so from there, where can you go?
Well, again, once you've completed your level 8, then there's an opportunity to progress to a level 9. So again, business have developed and they're a level 9, a master's in human resource management. So students that are interested in that can actually progress then to the level 9. Again, some students actually use it for promotion at work, because in some cases it's necessary to have a level 8 to get to the next level, or indeed seek employment in particular areas. And it's interesting, Margaret, we had a student that gave us feedback from the programme and who told us, Michael, I was successful in a promotion recently because I'm doing this programme. The fact that it had analytics and wellbeing modules and employment law factored into it was really, really useful and really, really helpful when I was being interviewed for progression at my workplace.
That's brilliant, Michael. Thank you so much for that. Mary, you're up next. So you're program leader, Mary, for the new MSc in Strategic People Management, and you also teach on the program. So can you tell us a little bit about the course, Mary, please?
Hi, Margaret, and great to be with you all here this evening. Yes, the MSc in Strategic People Management is a brand new master's programme, which is also accredited by the CIPD, and it starts this September. It's a 2-year part-time programme which is taught fully online 2 evenings per week. And as I said, if you complete the programme, you will get associate membership of the CIPD, which enables you then to apply for chartered membership.
Brilliant. The CIPD keeps coming up, you see, and it's so important to be part of that process as well. So who would this course actually be suitable for, Mary?
Well, the programme is aimed at anyone who's interested in pursuing or advancing a career in HR, or even pursuing or advancing a career in management that involves managing people. It's really aimed at anybody who's interested in managing people. They might already be in a HR role and want to go, to more senior level, or they could be working in science or engineering in a management position, but then want to move to more senior level and want that people management angle. So it's suitable for people in any sector, a bit like Rosemary said, you know, you can come from the public sector, the private sector, you know, an SME, even entrepreneurs. There's something in it for everybody.
Brilliant. And just regarding how would the students actually learn on the course itself?
What's covered, is it, Margaret?
Yeah.
So again, like Rosemary was saying there, we work on semesters. So semester 1 is roughly September to December in Sligo, and semester 2 is roughly the end of January to the end of April. So there's 2 semesters per year. So in the first semester of the first year, we do 2 modules, the world of work and employee resourcing and talent management. Then in semester 2, we do 2 modules, strategic HRM and personal and professional effectiveness. Semester 3 then has strategic employee relations, strategic reward management, and we also do a module called research methods. And then the final semester, you get to choose from an elective, which can be advanced diversity and inclusion or advanced employment law. And you also complete a work-based project.
Brilliant. And just in relation to like people committing to that full masters, what if they can't commit fully to the masters? Is there flexibility around the exit points?
There is, Margaret, again, a bit like Michael was saying there, we're so conscious of the fact that these people are likely to be working full time, have families, have a lot of commitments, and we want to make this, you know, as possible as we can for them. So, for example, if you complete the first 2 semesters, you can leave at that point, or, you know, postpone carrying on, and you'll get a postgrad certificate in strategic people management. The only thing is that won't give you the CIPD membership. But if you go on and you do the first semester of the second year, so kind of 18 months, shall we say, you'll get a postgrad diploma in strategic people management, and that will also give you your CIPD membership. And then you can kind of hold off if you want and come back later. And in actual fact, you can even decide just to do 1 or 2 modules. You know, everybody's circumstances are different and life happens. So, you know, we want to be as helpful as we can.
And are there any actual supports available to anyone seeking to study on a part-time basis?
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things that ATU is very good at is offering supports in all the campuses. And we have several student and academic support teams at ATU. For example, we have academic support tutors who help students on a one-to-one basis with academic writing and research, because that is probably the single biggest challenge for students who are coming from the workplace back into education after a long time. And any of our students who've availed of that resource speak very highly of the Academic Writing Centre. But we also have student supports for English language, the technology side of it, because that's new as well. And then we have all the usual student supports, counselling services, career services, and help with admissions and kind of the funding there that you mentioned earlier.
Brilliant. And that programme too is CIPD accredited, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Okay, brilliant. Thank you so much, Mary, for your time. And just in relation, Michael, you have quite a lot of other programmes, as I mentioned earlier, in the Castlebar campus, ATU Mayo. Some of them certificate management for supervisory, certain managing operations and certain managing services. Can you give us a little snippet, Michael, of some of those programmes?
I can, of course, Margaret, thanks for that. The Certificate in Supervisory Management is a very popular programme. Again, it's a 60 credit special purpose award at level 7 on the National Framework of Qualifications. So individuals that are interested in actually progressing to become supervisors within their work environment, regardless of their background, find this course very useful and very helpful. So within this particular course, we have modules on management for supervisors, managing operations, managing services, law and human resource management, financial and economic environment. So this is proving to be a particularly popular course for individuals in the workplace, again, that are interested in moving into the supervisory program. The method of delivery, again, is similar to the BA Honours in Human Resource Management, in that students need to attend the campus on a Thursday and Friday for their classes once a month. There's no residential weekend with this particular program, and as the other speakers have referenced, it follows the academic year starting in September and goes through to May. So that would be the certificate in supervisory management. We're also looking at launching a new program this year. It's called a certificate in business models and emerging technologies. And again, that's a level 8 special purpose award. And this has been developed with our campus in Sligo and our campus in Letterkenny. So we were interested to see what the level of uptake will be like in relation to this particular program. And there's an experiential number of days here on the campus, and we're also targeting this at an international market. So fingers crossed, Margaret, hopefully there'll be a good level of interest in that, and we'll be running that then in collaboration with our other colleagues across the ATU.
Brilliant. As part of that, is there a residential then in each of those campus, Michael? Is there one in Letterkenny, one in Sligo, and then one in Mayo?
Yes, because we've collaborated and developed it across the different campuses, we're looking at that type of on-site experience.
That's great. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate that synopsis. Just in relation to any of the courses we've talked about this evening, everybody, you can click on atu.ie/flexible, and it'll give you insight into all the September start programs. We have over 350 programs starting this September. So again, it's atu.ie/flexible. So tonight we got a little snapshot of a range of human resources and employment law courses we have on offer at ATU. And thank you to Rosemary, Michael and Mary for being our panelists this evening. Thank you all so much for joining us, guys. There was a lot of really good information shared there. And if you'd like to watch back, we'll upload a video of this live talk to our virtual open evening webpage for you all to watch again. And if you have any questions regarding this talk or any of our courses, do head over to the Ask a Question section, and our team are available to answer your questions. So thank you all for joining, and I wish you all a very good night.